thanks so much for joining me. We're going to be making a fantastic naan bread, British Indian restaurant style, from a good friend of mine, Mr. Najib Mohammed. The naans are on point, this very prominent restaurant. I was going to use the GoPro tonight, but I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm sure my 14-year-old daughter will be around on the weekend to show me how it's done. Until then, we'll be using this camera. But anyway, do follow the recipe. It's going to get super results. Let's have a look at the ingredients. And that dog is really peeing me off. So here's all the ingredients. It's really hard to believe that these mundane ingredients are going to be transformed into some of the most delicious naan bread you've ever tasted. What we do have is 650 gram of all-purpose flour, 150 milliliters of natural plain yogurt, 40 gram of sugar. If you like the nice sweet naans, add a little bit more sugar, but this will deliver a little bit of sweetness. We've got 2 eggs, I didn't weigh those, 1 heaped tablespoon of salt, 10 milliliters of vegetable oil, and it does help to have some counter scales. All we're going to do is add all those ingredients to the flour, the oil, the salt, the sugar, the yogurt, the water. I was told years ago at cooking school never to put the eggs straight in because they could be rotten and spoil all your ingredients. And I must say, in my 46 years on earth, I've only come across 1 rotten egg, and it wasn't at my house. So those eggs are nice and fresh and they're going straight in, free range. And now it's just a case of stirring. Just off the subject, I've got 2 balti bowls, nice and primed and ready to go. I'm going to be making a delicious balti very soon that's going to be up on the channel, following the 5 steps of an authentic balti. If you don't use the 5 steps included in the video, it's not a balti. Well mixed, and you can see plenty of moisture in there. So what we need to do, a little bowl of extra flour, not sure whether we're going to use all that, but we're just going to make a little bed for the dough to rest on. I've got this lovely nice cold piece of granite that's really good for rolling out dough. Add a little bit more flour. So the secret to a good naan isn't so much the ingredients, it's more in the kneading and the resting. So after 15 minutes of kneading and adding flour, it no longer sticks to the surface, which is a really good sign. We've got this really silky ball of dough. Don't worry if it's a little bit sticky, it's a good sign. Smidgen of vegetable oil, one side, 2 side, and I'm just going to let that rest. People say 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Just go to sleep. Don't worry about it. When you wake up in the morning, it'll be perfect. I'm going to cover it with cling film. We're back the next day. It's been resting overnight, and we just need to divide 6 equal sized balls. I'm going to cover those again with plastic wrap. Added a touch of flour after I balled them up. Keep it simple if you like, or you can turn an ordinary naan into an exceptional naan with a little bit of garnish. We've got some melted butter, crushed and chopped garlic, finely chopped coriander, some black seed or kalonji seed, and some sesame. Let's dust the surface a little. Next we're going to preheat a pan. So let's start with the first naan, pouring a little bowl of water to go on the side of the naan that makes contact with the frying pan. Gone for the slightly hand stretched teardrop. A brush with some butter. A little bit of chopped garlic, really makes a world of difference. Coriander, black seed, or nigella, kalonji, and the sesame seeds. Not many restaurants use sesame seeds because of allergens. It's better to keep it simple, but if you love a sesame seed, definitely opt into the sesame seed option. And try and get it onto the pan without it creasing. So you want your pan really hot. And it does help just to pat the edges of the naan to help it stick. You don't want it falling off when it's turned upside down. So when it's fully bubbled, now it's the time for the magic to happen. Just need to turn our pan upside down and it mimics the effect of a tandoor oven. We'll need a spatula, a metal spatula, to get that naan off. Let's have a look at the underneath. Ooh, nice and charry.